I'm in conversation with R. Kumar and Shalini Chawla on the situation in the AFPAC region and as well as the Indian engagement with Taliban, which has got ramped up suddenly this week with India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri meeting the acting Foreign Minister of Taliban-led Afghanistan in Dubai. And so therefore, in this segment, we want to concentrate on what are these implications, what are the implications going to be, and why is India engaging with Taliban government in Afghanistan without recognizing it, as it were, formally. So let me begin with you. The Taliban of the old, the Taliban 1.0, to take her term on the current 2.0, India seemed to have missed the boat that time, and there were a lot of discussions around this. So is India's current strategy to selectively and incrementally engage with the Taliban driven by that experience, or you think the real geopolitics today drives that approach?
Well, I think we've had a very measured and calibrated approach, which is exactly what it should be. For us, we've had to strike a fine balance between our security considerations and the the humanitarian aspect to the development work that we were doing with Afghanistan or in Afghanistan. Now, these security concerns are very real. Our interests have been attacked in Afghanistan. We've had, reference was, there was a mention of the ISKP. That has been a very major concern for us. As you know, people from, our country, some of them tried to go there when the caliphate in Syria was set up and ISKP, the Khorasan branch, was formed. We also had a case where, the celebrated, or the infamous, I should say, the Abbey Gate bomber, the suicide bomber who carried out the attack on Kabul airport when the Americans withdrew. It was a catastrophic attack. Sure. In fact, there's a background. The suicide bomber had actually been sent to India to set up a cell here. Fortunately, that was detected in time, and then the person concerned was sent back to Afghanistan, and he was in prison there till the Taliban, in a fit of whatever misplaced generosity, released all these people when they swept to power, and then he carried out the attack. So we've had our security concerns, and also the Lashkar and the Jaish, given half a chance. They have set up their infrastructure in the past during Taliban 1.0, and given half a chance, they would do it again. Sure. So we've had very serious security concerns, which is why we scaled down our presence there. We, withdrew our personnel, etc. But then these things have to evolve with the ground realities, and it's now 3 years plus. So we watched the situation incrementally, and we've tailored our response accordingly. And I think possibly the time is coming where we can resume some of our development activities there. And also we've started issuing visas for medical visas in a small way. So we are doing these things gradually and incrementally, is how I would look at it.
Very well calibrated, I would think, well thought out. But another consideration could be, and please give me your assessment on this. India would also be looking at who's engaging with Taliban and at what level and at what kind of deeper understanding. So it would be China, Russia, of course, and Pakistan's influence may have waned, but you never know what changes. So would all these geopolitical considerations also weigh in on India's calibrated approach?
I think India's approach, you are right, geopolitical considerations do weigh in any international approach for any country. But I think there are a couple of factors, some of them obviously Mr. Kumar mentioned very beautifully. Our engagement right now there is also due to the fact that in 1990s we did not have the engagement of that level. In 20 years, 2 decades, we have been very deeply engaged in terms of building the infrastructure, in terms of our commitment for the Afghans, because we had the whole opportunity and the ground to do that. And Afghanistan being a very, having been shared a very historically we've shared very good relationship, so we got the ground there and we did invest a lot. So one important consideration is that how can you just let that go waste? That's a practical consideration. Second part is that we do have this commitment towards the Afghans, and I think our engagement is just a continuation of that commitment, and we have realized that commitment we cannot go ahead without engaging with the Taliban. And the third part, which is very critical, which was mentioned by Mr. Kumar, that are very importantly our security concerns, which play a very important role in our engagement there. Because in the past we have seen the Afghan soil which is used by the anti-India forces, and we would not want that repetition to be there. ISKP and also deny space for any anti-India organization. And then yes, if you see India now, India's stature, its economic growth, it has more capability to kind of have that influence. So there is a combination of factor which leads to this engagement here.